There we go. Good evening. We're here for our wildcard event, Supercharger Racing event number 2. Just looking at an old bracket here. I'm just gonna update that real quick. And, we'll get the current wildcard bracket in there. There we are. So, if you watch our open qualifier, you'll know it's got a good set of cars in our wildcard event here. But it did come out to, I think there was going to be about 3 cars would get eliminated total out of the wildcard, and then the rest would all pass on, because we did need a lot of qualifiers here. We had a bit of a smaller pool of initial cars to qualify from, so that means we got a lot of wildcard racers here, which I think is great. But that seemed a little tight to me. It didn't seem like there was much competition. You're just trying to eliminate those last 3 guys. So what I did is I went back to Event 1, our double elimination bracket, which means these are qualifiers from our first event. And there was exactly 8 cars who had 2 losses, meaning they lost both their first and second match. And so that they had the shortest bracket run out of our double elimination bracket. It just so happens we needed exactly 8 cars to make 32 cars for a wildcard event here. So it's perfect. So you'll see up here in the top of the bracket, this is a modified double elimination bracket. So we're going to start with, we have 8 matches in the top and 8 matches already in the losers round. So this is a little bit of a modification. Obviously, losers only get 1 chance, but also I don't want to spend all night doing this wild card. So we're going to try and get through the whole bracket tonight. There's a lot of cars that are going to be qualifying, but also a decent amount that will not be qualifying. And we'll sort through all that at the end of the bracket. This is aggressive music. That's okay. It's going to be a high-pace sort of night. You'll see on the top of our bracket, we've got a mix of our previous event, 8 cars, and the auto qualification wildcard runners. So we have a set of cars. I think there was 6 cars who were set to auto qualify, top seed basically for this event. They got 2 laps during qualification versus 1, so they are up there. And then I gave our bottom 8 from event 1 the next set of seeds. So those 8 cars got the next set. And then we had our final seeds being the rest of the field, which were open qualifier cars that only made 1 lap consecutively, so that they are truly wild cards here. So you can see that there's a couple of them up in the top. Just for clarification, seeding is by those things first, those 3 sets, and then second it's by alphabetical. For events in the future, I am going to go reverse alphabetical at some point, just to change things up. But really, there's really no other way to make it more fair. It's just an alphabetical run from there. So there is 2 cars in the upper bracket who were our lower wild card group, but they just got the luck of the draw being the highest alphabetically. So here's the bottom of our bracket here. You'll see we have 8 more matches. And these guys only have 1 chance. So they're going to be moving forward. They only have 1 life. Any loss for anything in the lowers here, and you're out of here. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're not qualifying for a tournament. The further you make in that lowers run, the better chances of you succeeding. And we'll figure all that out at the end. We may actually need to do a couple more matches There's some tiebreakers that need to happen based on how many cars we need for the actual event number 2, which will be a Swiss event. We're going to try a Swiss bracket with our 2 groups of Swiss, I believe. I'll have to look back. We're going to have 32 cars. And yeah, I think it's 2 groups, 2 Swiss groups of 16. Instead of a double elimination, I thought spice things up a little bit. Really trying to get some differences from our original event. So we're starting off here. Let's go to the top of the bracket. We're going to be starting off in round 1, the upper bracket. We're going to do these 8 first, and then we're going to move right down to these 8 down here. Lowers round 1. We'll probably move on to lowers round 2 next, I believe. And you do like, you know, kind of a back and forth. And uppers, and we're going to get all the way to the end of this bracket tonight, hopefully. Get things go. And, yeah, let's get to our first match. I will note that we are going to, we're going to skip our usual betting format just for sake of time. Obviously did not get a lot of use during event 1 because, right now, we're still in sort of a building phase on this race type. Still figuring out all the kinks and things. But I'm going to skip on the betting pieces tonight, just for sake of time. We are doing the full bracket. This is just kind of a complexity we don't need. I will, you know, show ahead of time and give a little brief introduction to each car, just for context of the races. Every match also, along with that, every match in this bracket will be best of 3. And I mean every one of them, even grand finals. Again, this is our wildcard event. It is not our final event for these cars. They're going to be moving into another, as I said, Swiss bracket coming up. So that one will have some of our longer, you know, best of 5s, best of 7s in there. Yeah, so let's just get this underway. Perfect. So you'll see we have our betting stuff there. This is our next race scene, but we're not actually going to be using that tonight since we are in the wild card. We can find out more and do betting next when we get into our next stream, which would be the Swiss round. We will be doing it there, but for sake of time here, let's get this going. Our first race is a 68 Corvette on the left versus a car we're calling 404 on the right. These guys are both coming from our newest event and open qualifier that just happened. And they both, I believe, are in the group that auto-qualified. I'm not sure about that, actually, but in either case, they are up first. Best of 3. Let's get it underway. We've got a false start out of our initial run there. I'm actually going to do a track test real quick just to verify. I don't want to get started with a bad track, so hold on one second. we are going to take a brief pause. I wasn't sure what the battery was going to be over here in this purple charger, so we're just going to get the battery swapped. Be right back. Okay, we got the chargers to a good place. Restart round one. We did have a false start from the 68 Corvette. Going again. Unfortunately, false start from 404. Wow, some good rounds here for the Corvette, though. Good run there. We will restart round 1, though. .404 having a lot of start troubles. We're going to give him 3 more tries, or round 1 will go to the Corvette. There's 1, 2 more. Only 1 more chance for 404 here. Round 1 will go to the Corvette. We're going to round 2. 404 will get a chance to start in the front. But once again, if it continues, we have a 5 tries rule for a car, I believe. That might be a new thing this season. If the car consecutively hits 5 misses on the Charger, that is a round loss. Finally gets a start here, but unfortunately 404 stopped in the corner. You'll see on the replay here that following our rules of the racing, it was a clean start, but he got around the first Charger and corner, both cars. Unfortunately, 404, he actually jumped off the track. That was the issue. He missed the jump, and he came to a complete stop, which means that he has lost the round. Not only has he lost the round, though, he has lost the match. Your winner, there we go, is the Corvette. Qualify for next round. That's true. I probably should switch that overlay. I forgot to switch it back, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it. These guys are still qualifying in a way. So let's continue on. I will. What the? I don't think I hit replay. Anyway, maybe I accidentally whacked it. That was not the last you'll see of 404. He is going to be moving to the lower bracket. He'll get it 1 more chance. Corvette moving on. Our next race, we have some returning faces. It's the orange Honda Civic and the Orta 2 Gold. These are 2 returning racers from our bottom 8 from Event 1. Let's see who is going to be staying in the upper bracket. Clean start from the Civic, but not a clean start from Dior 2. We go round 1 again. And it's good in this time. Dior 2 takes themselves out as he does not make the jump. Round 1 goes to the Civic. Round 2. Clean start here, and unfortunately, the Civic is the first one to stop moving. Dior 2 does flip, but it was after the fact. Civic ran out of gas here. Round 2, Diora. It is match point now between these two. A false start there from Diora. This one's clean, and they're both still going. Finally, some good racing here. And it's neck and neck, and it is going to be the Civic. What a win. Absolutely great race to finish off this series. The Civic starts pulling away from Diora 2. And Diora unfortunately makes a mistake, hits a corner badly, flips over, and a little spiral hit there from the Civic to end it off. Great race from these two. But your winner will be the Honda Civic Orange. He'll be moving on the upper bracket. We'll see Dior 2 Gold going down to the lowers. Up next, got the Ferrari 340 Spider on the left, and in a returning face, the Nissan Silvia. The Silvia had quite the run, qualifying from Event 1's Wildcard into our main event, but unfortunately did not pick up any wins there. A newcomer here, the Ferrari 340, is coming in. See if he can take this veteran out. And it is a clean start, unfortunately, for the Ferrari. I will double check. Just to double check this first corner from the Ferrari. So, our rules, just in case you don't know, Purple Charger and the first corner must be gotten through clean. He does make it, though. Past that point, anything is fair game, which means a Silvia wins race 1. Moving on to round 2. This one was interesting. Let's see what happens here. The Silvia launches out of the corner, and the Ferrari also crashes out of the corner. Let's see how distinctive these two. Boom, crash. Still going, but also crashes. You know what? Just based on placement, I will give it to the Ferrari here. Just kind of a luck of the draw being second in that case. So, 1-1. The series Ferrari starts up front, round 3. Couple of false starts here from both cars, so hopefully we can get round 3 going. Unfortunately, false start from the Silvia, round 3 again. Gear reverse. False start from the Ferrari here. Whoop. Round 3 again. I think we finally got a start there. Let's get to the replay. All right, so. All right, we're a little delayed coming in there. I believe the Ferrari made a clean first corner here. Let's take a double check just to be sure. Yes, that's clean. And the Ferrari launches out, though. The Silvia is the winner of this match. Continuing his wildcard supremacy. The Nissan Silvia is moving on in the upper bracket. We'll see the Ferrari again in the lowers. Next race, we have the Jaguar XK8. A new runner here, and a returning car from our Event 1 Sheriff Z will face off. Quick pause. I just realized I didn't put like any of the bracket stuff in. So let me just pause for 1 second and get all the brackets updated. Back in 1 second. Okay, quick one. We're back now. Yeah, just got to remember to do that. It's usually when if I'm having the betting going, I can remember more easily because I have to go over, do that, and the betting. But since I in my head, I was like, I'm not doing betting. I just didn't remember I had to update the bracket. Luckily, we're only like 3 races in. So I got them all in there. And we'll continue on. I'll keep updating that as we go. Back to the Jaguar XK8 versus Sheriff Z. That may have been a clean start. You have to check the replay. Take a look here. The Jaguar is the one that I really couldn't tell. I know Sheriff Z got a good start, but the Jaguar, I wasn't quite sure if he made that first corner or not. Oh, I don't know if he did, because it looked like he flipped coming out of the corner. So I'm going to just say null, and we'll redo round 1. Too close to call otherwise, so this is round 1, nothing on the line here. Let's just restart it. That one I'm pretty sure was clean, and the Nissan Z will get round 1. I will do a double check to verify. Just to see here. But I think the Jaguar did make the next corner a little better this time. Oh yeah, he was still on his wheels there. He just hit that red Charger and flew out of there. Nissan Z takes round 1, moving to round 2. Good start here, and they're both still going. Oh, and the Z crashes out first. The Jaguar takes round 2. Check out that replay. Pretty good race here. And the Z starting off strong. And whoa, crazy corner there for the Jaguar to start, but hangs on. And the Z flips out here. Jaguar stays on track just barely longer. But that's all it takes. Jaguar takes round 2. We're going to match point for both cars. Ooh, that one was very close. See here. So it was a bit of a weird start for the Z, but I let it slide because he did make it through the red Charger okay. I think they got sent down a little too close. So I'm going to count that as they both fell off relatively the same time. Both kind of still moving at the same time. Stopped relatively the same. He was off track and everything. I'm going to redo round 3. And that'll do it. The Sheriff Z has solidified his place in the upper bracket. A clean start here from both, but unfortunately the Jaguar takes a slide out of that red Charger. Boom. Hits that corner too hard, and Sheriff Z pushes him through. Sheriff Z moving on in the upper bracket. Jaguar moving down to the lowers for another chance. Our next race, we got the Acura NSX. I think probably one of the best qualifiers in my book out of the set. We'll see how that happens in race time, but out of at least the wild card, that is. We got him. He's a newcomer versus another newcomer, the Chevy Nova, who didn't have the best wild card performance, or qualifier performance, I should say. So we'll see how this goes. Fault start from the Nova. Restart round 1. Clean start. They both flip out of the first charger. I'm going to restart round 1 again, since they both ended at the same spot. These cars struggling to get past that second charger. Finally, a clean start, and the winner there is the NSX. We're moving on to round 2. Nova finally gets a good start, but the NSX with a false start. We restart. We restart round 2. The replay, check that one. I think it may have been a clean start. Pretty sure I hit the replay. Okay. Of course, my replay decides to just give out on me there. Sometimes this happens. But I am pretty confident that the Nova got a good start there. And that means that the Acura has won? Wait. Yeah, because he won the first. Yeah. Acura, your winner here. We will see the Nova again in the lowers. Next car is up. Two returning veterans who both had bad starts to their run in the Dodge double elimination. Cadillac CN and the Dodge Viper. Both these cars actually showed a bit of promise, but they just couldn't ever get that working against their opponents. Let's see who comes out on top here. I think that was a clean start from both. Let's check. Boy, it is just not having it today. I don't know what's going on. Again, the replay is just... I don't know what's going on. I mean, here's a replay of nothing, but I just want to make sure it was working. I'm actually just going to redo round one because I can't verify if Cadillac actually didn't make that. We're going to redo round one. Couple of false starts here, still in round one. Well, nobody said they were top tier. Still in round one here. Viper not getting going. Give it a couple more goes. Okay, let's see if the replay is actually going to work here. Yeah, it did. So I'm checking Cadillac CN's start, actually. This would be a round win for Viper, but I don't know. CN had a really weird start, seemed like. And no, that's clean. So Viper wins round one. See? That's why I need the replay to work. Clean start from both, and Viper just literally shoots into the Shadow Realm. Just absolutely sent it coming into the Purple Charger on lap 2. Here he goes, coming around, and bam, he's out of there. Cadillac also subsequently gets a good slam out on the red and ends up right next to him in the back. But it will be Cadillac's win there, and we're going into match point for both cars. Round 3, anybody's game here. Cadillac will start in the front. Viper is at 3 false starts here. He needs to step up these next 2 rounds, or he will be losing round 3. He's got 1 chance left. I was considering maybe the rule should be that many, but the other car has to make them each time. Otherwise, it resets. Because Cadillac CN did have a false start. That would put the Dodge at 1, back at 1. Because Cadillac CN did have a false start. I think for the sake of keeping cars around without doing this too much, I will say that's going to be the rule. So he's at 1. He's got 4 more. Because, yeah. Oh, restart round 3 again. Oh my gosh, he's done it! He did it! Well, despite all the trouble with starts, the Viper holds on after a clean start from both cars. CN, unfortunately, launches out right here. Viper holding on and will be the round victor. The match victor, I should say. Round and match. We only have 2 races left in our upper bracket here. First up, the BMW Z3, a newcomer here in our Wildcard auto qualifier. And returning veteran, Split Image Silver, to try and get some redemption. False start, restart round 1. He did have a clean start, but they both flipped almost exactly the same time, so we restart because of that. Round 1 again. Clean start here, and it's Split Image Silver who finally comes out on top of round 1. The BMW just couldn't hold on to this one. He does seem a little inconsistent. He does make a lap. Unfortunately, it's the red Charger just wrong, and Split Image is actually coming into some consistency here. Let's see if round 2 brings us something different. False start there from Split Image. Restart round 2. He's got 2 false starts, 3 more, and the round will go to BMW. Clean start from both, but Split Image is out of there. Round 2 goes to the Z3. It is all to match point here. Z3 will start on the front. You start round 3. So if you don't know, I'm keeping track in my head at this point with the new false start system. Every time they both false start, that's a complete reset. Everyone's at 0. And then it counts up as long as one car is making it through. Say the Z3 makes 2 clean starts, but Split Image doesn't. That's 2. Split Image gets up to 5, with the Z3 also getting 5 clean starts. That's the round. I think the rule's working pretty good. It needs a little more testing. I'm just filling you in on what's going on with that rule change, because it is something I'm experimenting here with. We are restarting round 3. Split Image has 1 right now, but oh no, that was negated, right? We just had a double false start. We're at 0, so all good. It is still match point for both cars. And that might have been it. All right, so we got to make sure this start is clean from both cars. But I believe this may be Splitting Image's win. Yeah, it's a clean start from the BMW and Splitting Image, obviously. But that means your winner is Splitting Image. A surprise one here. Our last match of the upper side of this bracket is a newcomer just simply called Taxi versus last event's wildcard winner himself, Crazy 8. Will Crazy 8 be able to redeem his double loss at the beginning of our double elimination bracket? Or will Taxi prove to be too much for him? Let's find out. Then we'll get into our lowers. It's a clean start from both, and unfortunately, Crazy 8 is defeated in round one. Crazy 8 just loses momentum and falls out of their yellow corner. Taxi continues onward to victory in round one. Also slips out of the corner, oddly so. Next lap coming around. Round two, Taxi already on match point. Pretty sure that's going to be false start. In fact, I'm not even going to look at replay because it was. I saw where he hit Crazy 8 with a false start there. Did not get a clean out of corner. So we restart round two. There we go. Both going strong here. A little slow and steady for both. Oh, but Taxi runs out of gas. Slow and steady from both racers. Definitely speed, not a big part of these two's thing. But as you can see here, Taxi catches an edge. Crazy 8 absolutely taking him out. Takes him over the edge and everything. He's gone. We are on match point for both racers going into round number 3. Taxi with a rare misfire here. We'll be restarting round 3. Unfortunately, Taxi is up to 3 false starts, while Crazy Eights has had 3 clean starts. That means 2 more false starts from Taxi, and Crazy Eights will be our winner of this match. Really consistent here. You can see Crazy Eights is just, he's very consistent, but he's also a little slow, so if he has any issue on the track, it's like over immediately for him. Finally gets a good start, but Taxi unable to make the charger. Been working on adjusting the speed ramp too. I went down a little bit further for Taxi. He seems to start a little better, a little slower. And sure enough, it worked. He barely makes that red charger, but he's good. And unfortunately, he hits the next purple and is just... he's just not there. He spins completely around. I thought he might actually catch the track back and keep going. That would have been crazy. But he does not. And thus, your winner moving on in the upper brackets. It's Crazy Eights. He continues his attempt here to win another wildcard bracket. Taxi will be showing up again in our lowers. We have moved down into the lower part of our bracket. That means a loss at this point, and these cars will be eliminated from our wild card. And at this point, pretty much any chance of making qualification for our main event. Our first race, we have Torque Twister on the left and the Aston Martin DBS convertible on the right. Both these cars new, and our lower part of our wild, every car in this lower bracket is a new car from our qualifier who was unable to auto-qualify into the upper seating. So this is kind of their last chance, and we'll see how it goes. A clean start there, and it is going to be Torque Twister with the round 1 win. Did I say that right? Let me see. Torque Twister here in the gold. Yes, the DBS crashes first. Torque Twister does crash, but it was a little bit after the DBS, so that one's going to Torque Twister. Round 2 coming up. Still looking for round 2 here. We are having some false starts. I think we have a clean one there. Is not good for the DBS because I think Torque Twister has just eliminated him from the bracket. Let's check this out. Does DBS get a clean start here? He is clean. He hits the red charger, unfortunately flies out. Torque Twister puts in some laps, just showboating. Torque Twister will be moving on. Unfortunately, that is the end of the road, the Aston Martin DBS. Up next, we've got the Pontiac Banshee Red on the left, and a car we're calling Orange Steel on the right. Both these cars a little bit showing their age. They're quite old cars. The Pontiac Banshee has a brother who competed in our event number 1. He did fairly well also in the Wildcard event, if I remember right. And both these cars coming in, let's see how they do. Somebody's getting eliminated. That was a bad start there from me. Apparently these cars need a little more juice coming down the ramp. Clean start here, and it is going to be the Banshee. Last one moving. Orange Steel flips, and that is the downfall. Banshee looking for the win here in round 2. Oh, it's the wild card, so a couple false starts here, round 2. Still trying to get going. Orange Steel is on 3 false starts in a row. He's got 2 more, where this match is going to be going to the Banshee. It is a clean start, but unfortunately, the Banshee is the last one moving, and he is the winner of this round. That is the end of Orange Steel's run here. Next matchup, we have on the left one of the strangest cars that made it through our early wild card out of the qualifiers. It's Snorkel. Yep. On the bottom of that fire truck, it just says Snorkel. So we're calling him that. And on the right, we got the Dodge Neon Dragster. So this is quite the matchup. Let's get it underway. A false start here from Snorkel. And the Dodge Neon is just putting in laps. Boy, he's in good spirits this time. Look at this. He could have qualified for our main with that. What's he doing? Anyway, Snorkel at 1 false start. We restart round 1. It's finally a clean start from Snorkel, but unfortunately he wrecks in the red Charger. Round 1 to the Dodge Neon. Round 2, false start, Snorkel, restart. And it just wasn't there for Snorkel. The Dodge Neon is taking the match. Okay, come on. Now this guy, at this point, is the best racer I've seen today. If Dodge Neon can make it work, he's looking like a top seed. He's still going. He's still going. The whole replay he's been running. Oh, he finally crashes. But he was just trucking. I don't know if it's like the Chargers are a different... They might be a different momentum now than they were during quals. So, working out better for him. Snorkel, unfortunately, he was getting going, but just couldn't get that second Charger to work for him. And he's out of here. I was so impressed it didn't even do a windscreen for him. But anyway, going on to our next match. Next match, we have a car that I'm calling Sky Blue on the left versus the Honda Civic Si on the right. Honda Civic Si has a big sticker on top. And my kids put that there. So, yeah. Cool stuff, huh? Let's see how these guys do. False start there. Restart round one. Finally, a clean start here. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be the Honda Civic Si. He's got some consistency, too. Still going. Oh, he just wrecked on track. And now, Honda Civic Si almost misses a Charger here. I thought it was going to be over. He almost misses this purple Charger. Here he comes. He's coming real slow. Boom, he gets it, though. And boy, was he lucky on that because Sky Blue missed that Charger on the next lap. And the Civic Si keeps going. Once these guys get going, they're not too bad. And we're moving on to round two now. False start there from Sky Blue. Restart round two. I'll check it, but I'm pretty sure that was a false start. But I will check the start for Civic. It just looked like he flipped before the red Charger, so that tells me probably not a good corner. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to call that as a no-go. I think the hitting that barrier right after the first corner is really not something. You got to make that red Charger, in my book. I say that it's just the purple and the corner, but a clean corner really requires you to make it to the red Charger. So, restart round two. Clean start here, and it's Sky Blue with the win in round 2. Both cars going to match point. Another clean start, and it's going to be this Honda Civic Si surviving round 3. Another pretty similar run to round 1. Both cars doing a good job navigating the track, a little spaced out, and unfortunately, once again, Sky Blue has trouble in the Purple Charger after a few laps. And the Civic continues on for a couple more before also meeting his fate over in the corner. But even with that said, it is the Civic with a 2-1 victory. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Sky Blue entirely, which is too bad because he was doing pretty well. But, yeah, that's just the way it is. Up next, we've got 4 more races in the lower bracket here. First up, it's Sweet 16-2 versus the car we're calling Aurora, according to the bottom of it. Let's get it underway. Wait, the pileup, but restart round 1. These two really just can't get going. So, I kid you not, we've had 4 starts there where neither car has gotten a good start. If we do one more with both cars missing the start, that will take us into a race-off where each car will be pushed in single file, one at a time to see who can get more laps. And that will be all of our rounds will be encompassing that because we're not going to have 2 cars who really can't compete here. I really thought these guys would be fine. I don't know what's going on with them, but give him one more go here, and then we'll be in that. As I kick over my mic. So oddly enough, we get a clean start here from Sweet 16-2, which means that whole thing is gone out the door. It is one false start for Aurora. Aurora finally gets a start, and we're back at nothing. Oh boy. Back to a double miss. We're back to nothing. Okay, out of sake of time, we are going to do a race-off. Race-off works. Oh. A race-off works in that each car is going to do as many laps as they can, hopefully. The minimum being they have to get one lap. Past that, obviously, more laps. We will start with the first car, which is Sweet 16-2. I don't know if he's going to be able to get any laps. This car is just shooting off that Charger so much today. Gonna keep the same rule. 5 miss, and that's the round to the other car. That was too slow. Is it 2? Oh. Back to 0, but no laps, so going again. I guess, actually, you know what? Maybe you should count that as... I'm thinking about this. Because that would be like a round win. Yeah, I'm just going to count since he didn't make a lap. And it was consecutive there. So I'm going to give round 1 to Aurora. And Aurora will start round 2 here. It's so funny coming off of 2 very good racers and going to these 2 who are really not showing much. But I guess that is the wild card. Got some who can... That's 1 lap. Who can do it and who can't. Aurora will come in with 1 lap. Really, the only thing that can get the match victory here is if Sweet 16 fails completely. Doesn't get a lap. But that is a lap. So they tie. We restart the round. Aurora starts around again. This time, maybe 2 laps? Nope, 1 lap. Now we see if Sweet 16 can match that. 1 false start. That's 2. Oh, we got 1 lap. Restart round 2 again. Hopefully somebody can get 2 laps here. Aurora, please get 2 laps. Oh. Well, it's 2 missed starts for Aurora. There's 1 lap for Aurora. Moving back, Sweet 16 again. Looking for 1 lap, 1 false start. Oh, 2 false starts. This is a lot of walking around and grabbing. Oh. That doesn't count. That's me false start. All right, 1 lap again. Oh my gosh, restart round 2 for again. Oh my, will we ever get out of this? This is like car purgatory or something. All right, Aurora. Going again. 2 false starts. That was a lap, actually? Okay. Aurora, clearly the more consistent car here. But what are you going to do? Trying to play by the rules. That's a false start. Sweet 16. False start 2. Remember, if he gets to 5, that's the entire match win for Aurora. Oh, he's at 3. That was a bad one. He's at 4. He has to make this lap. It's over. Aurora has finally won this match. Thank goodness. Oh, that was grueling. Okay. Sweet 16 is eliminated from competition. Aurora will be moving on. I don't have a lot of hopes for this car, though. Up next, we have the Porsche 911 Carrera versus the Mustang GT convertible. Not much more to say here. Both coming in the lower half of our wildcard entries, vying for a chance to prove they are worth continuing on. There's a bug on the track. I kid you not. Like one of those little ones that flies into your TV. Oh. I got him. False start from both. Check out that. That's interesting. Another false start from both there. This one's good, and it's going to be the Mustang GT taking round one. Another good start here. Oh, that's going to have to go to replay. Or not. Just the technical woes just really bugging me at this point. I don't understand why and like I do nothing and then suddenly it will decide, oh hey, is it time to do replay? And I'm like, yeah, I already did this. Frustrating. I don't even know what causes it. I've tried a bunch of stuff, but it never really gives me an indication what's going on. So unfortunately I can't see the replay here. I'm going to call it that both cars were stopped, basically same time, and restart round two. It's another clean start, but this one is going to go to the Mustang. And that is the match. All right, our next couple of cars, I should say, coming up here. We've got Split Image Black. Yes, a third Split Image coming in. Split Image Black versus a car that we're calling Baby Ruth. It's got a big Baby Ruth logo on the side. They be our second to last race. We got one more set after them in this lower bracket. Immediate clean start here, and Baby Ruth has taken round one. And Baby Ruth will be taking the match. Split Image Black, unfortunately, is out of here. Our final match of the lower bracket sees a car we're calling Shinobi on the left and the Mercedes A-Class on the right. Our final match. For right now, we're going to be taking a break shortly after that. Excuse me. And, yeah, let's get it underway. Clean start from both, and the A-Class wins round one. Yeah, unfortunately, Shinobi just hits that second charger wrong. And a big crash in the center. Break to the A-Class, but go to round two. Match point for A-Class. Unfortunately, A-Class has had 4 false starts. Shinobi, none. I don't believe. Wait. See if I can catch it. Might still be there. I think I'm too late. I was trying to see if that last race, Shinobi had actually not gotten... I think he got a clean start, though. I'm pretty sure. Oh, A-Class needs to make a clean start here, or Shinobi wins round 2. It is a clean start from the A-Class, but Shinobi actually ends up on their top. So that will make us continue round 2 once again. I believe Shinobi just won that round. A quick peek here at this last round. I think we both had a clean start, and Shinobi was still moving last on the track. Boom. He's gone. Shinobi's still going. Shinobi will win round 2. That's a false start from A-Class. Restart round 3. And Shinobi with the upset here. With a clean start in that first round, I thought A-Class may have had a chance. Unfortunately, Shinobi shuts him down here in round 3. Both get a clean start. Wait a minute. That's not a clean start. He was flipping before the red charger. Okay. We're restarting round 3. Good thing this replay exists. I totally thought he just hit the charger wrong. I was watching Shinobi, I think, at the time. So restart round 3. A-Class with another chance. False start A-Class. Couple of false starts here. Restarting round 3. Oh, whoa, and it's going to be Shinobi, I believe. That was a clean start from both, surprisingly enough. And let's see what we got here. Shinobi. Here he goes. Oh, yeah, A-Class just clips, falls off. Shinobi will be moving on. We say goodbye to A-Class. So we're going to take a short break here. I don't believe we are going to be finishing the bracket tonight. It's just too many matches. I can't do that. But we will be pushing into, we're going to do lowers round 2. And we're going to finish off there. We got 8 more races coming up your way. Yeah, we'll finish off with those. More elimination matches on the way. Stay tuned. Coming back into it now. Welcome back. I posted bracket in chat. Find our bracket if you're watching this somewhere else by going to our link tree. Be posted throughout our wherever you're watching this. All of our brackets that way as well. So, found out tonight I cannot do a full double elimination bracket in one night. That was a little advantageous, I will say. And I forgot this is the wild card, so you get some cars who are really struggling to get those starts. A little easier when you get down to the cars that really can get those starts, no problem. A little faster in matches that way. So, with that said, we did uppers round 1, we did lowers round 1, and now some of those cars are coming together. So lowers round 1 faces our winners from lowers round 2. Puts our winners from lowers round 1 against the losers from uppers round 1. And our first match, as you can see, is going to be Taxi versus Torque Twister. Taxi coming down from the upper bracket and Torque Twister here from the lowers. Got these 8 matches left tonight. Then the rest of our bracket will be coming in the later half of the week. Let's get into our next bout. Oh, a slide. Let's see that replay. It was a false start from Torque Twister, but check out Taxi's slide here as he comes off the jump. He still makes it back to the Charger, which is, I don't think I've ever seen done before. So, Torque Twister gets bad start. He slides through and makes through the jump. It even gets over to the Charger. That was quite the run. Unfortunately, Torque Twister did not get a start, so we will restart round 1. Torque Twister does get a start here, and round 1 will go to Torque Twister as Taxi falls off the track first. And he takes one back, Taxi, with the win in round 2. Brainy, he did like a little hop when he hit him. See that on the replay. Then we'll get into round 3. It's going to be match point for both these cars. Taxi, everything to lose, really? Oh, wait, that's our old replay. With the slide. Well, I don't know how that happened, but okay. Well. I don't know what happened there, but hopefully our next replay will be fine. We are going to get started. Round 3, match point. And a false start from Torque Twister. Restart round 3. Taxi takes out the wall. But guess what? It's over for him. The upset victory. A Torque Twister moving on. Taxi. Such a good start, it felt like, against Crazy Eights, but this round does not prove to be the same. Torque Twister moving on. Taxi is eliminated from the wild card. Up next, from the upper bracket, we've got the BMW Z3. And from the lowers, we've got the Pontiac Firebird Red. Get them going. Checking replay here. I think it might have been a clean start. And that would be the win to the Pontiac Banshee. Let's check this one out. My curiosity is on the Z3. I don't know if he got a good start or not. No, he was good. He just hit the red charger bad. A classic. And Pontiac Banshee takes round one. Moving on to round two. False start there. Two false starts for the Z3 here. That is unfortunately 4 false starts. With clean starts from the Banshee each time. For Z3, he has got 1 chance left. Banshee will take the round. And that is it, folks. The winner is the Pontiac Banshee. Very excited for this next match. From the uppers, it's the Cadillac CN looking for redemption. And from lowers, what appears to be a very strong contender in the Dodge Neon Dragster. Both these cars have a strong racing performance so far, so should be down to the wire here. What am I going to say? Oh, also, though it bodes poorly for the upper bracket teams with 2 and 0. They're 0-2. Both the lower brackets beating these last 2 races. They're winning in these last races, I should say. So that's not good for the Cadillac CN, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, and a wreck at the intersection for the Cadillac CN and the Dodge Neon. We'll take round 1. Round 2, here we go. That unfortunately false start there. The CN, we restart round 2. All right, we just had a little technical issue there. It's okay, it was a false start. So, all good. Just restarting. Clean start for both here. Finally a good race on our hands. And it is going the distance so far. Both cars spaced out. No crossovers so far. Wow, this is a long one. The longest one of all night. And the CN flips. And the Dodge Neon with the win. Yeah, this was an endurance test for both these cars for sure. Unfortunately, the CN with the loss here, he does lose the match. Dodge Neon will be moving on. Ooh, I feel like this CN's got some really tough challengers in his brackets, and it hasn't changed yet. Unfortunately, that's the end of CN's run here in his second wildcard attempt. Actually, he wasn't a wildcard in the first one. He was in the main bracket, but second attempt at an event. Hasn't gone spectacularly for CN. Your winner here, the Dodge Neon Dragster. Next, we got the Chevy Nova coming from the upper bracket against the Honda Civic CI. Let's see who can move on and who's getting eliminated. SI. I think I was saying CI. Honda Civic SI there with a false start. Restart round 1. We finally have a clean start from both. And the Honda Civic wins the round, moving into round 2. Fault starts still in round 2. Fault start from the Nova. Still round 2. Clean start there, but they both flip at the same point in the track. That's a restart. Another double wreck. We're still in round 2. Oh, no, no. No way another double wreck. We're still in round 2. Clean start for both, and Nova will take round 2. was a grueling set of restarts. But finally, Nova with some consistency out of nowhere. And both with a clean start. Second purple charger hit before the Honda, though, goes wrong. And Nova is able to capitalize. It is all tied up going into the third and final round. It's anyone's match here. Here we go. We're still in round 3, trying to find a start. Finally, a clean start. And it will be the Honda with the win. It's a bad red charger hit, I believe, for Nova. Yep. And that is a clean start in our books. That means the Honda, moving on, Nova, is done in the wildcard run. I just want to point out that, again, we are going into our fifth match of the day here. All 4 of the winners in this loser's bracket were the loser winners. All the top bracket cars have fallen. Does not bode well, but I think this next one's going to change it up. So, there's your winner from last round, the Honda Civic SI. Our next 2 racers from the upper bracket, we have the Jaguar XK8. The lowers, we have Aurora. Aurora coming in is probably one of our most underperforming cars out of the wild card waitlisters. And the Jaguar coming from the upper bracket, a pretty decent run, but not quite enough against its opponent. Jaguar definitely the favorite to win in this match. We start here, Aurora having some amazing laps, but unfortunately... Oh, that was weird. They both kind of fell at the same time. Let me check this. I didn't realize. I thought the Jaguar was still moving, but he had so much momentum on his flip that I guess technically he'd be the one still moving, though. Aurora, out of nowhere, gets a clean start off the bat and also gets some laps in. It was wild. Oh, no. I'm going to give that to Jaguar there. He was still on his wheels when Aurora flipped. Jaguar does get round one, but Aurora with a good showing, maybe a chance for that lower bracket to continue his dominance. Oh, this was unfortunate. Aurora gets a start here, but unfortunately, Jaguar hangs on to a wild ride coming out of that first corner. Hangs on to it. Watch Jaguar here. Boom. This is like a flip almost, I think. I think it was almost a flip. And gets back through the charger correctly. Unfortunately, during that time, Aurora flips. And he's upside down. Jaguar, last one moving. And will solidify at least one upper bracket car or a win here. We will say goodbye to Aurora, but wow. I mean, I honestly expected to have to restart about 1 billion times with Aurora, and I didn't. So that was really good. Good stuff. Jaguar will move on, though. We got 3 races left tonight. First up is Ferrari 340 versus the Mustang convertible. Ferrari coming from the upper bracket in this case. All right, let's take a look at this replay. I think it was a clean start, but I have to check. This would be a win for the Mustang. Let's see what happens here with the Ferrari. It is clean. He hits the red Charger bad. Mustang continues on shortly. Mustang wins round 1, moving to round 2. Clean start here. A good race. Very close crossover. Oh, and Ferrari hangs on for the win. Right off the bat, pretty close in the center on a couple. But it is the Mustang who takes themselves out. Right here's a close one. Whoa, that's close. But Mustang hits the edge. Is out there. Ferrari continues on. And now each have a round win going into round 3, match point. Some false starts here. That actually was going to be close to too many false starts for Mustang, but Ferrari missed that one too, so reset. Finally, a good start here. Oh my. To the replay we go. Oh. It looks like it saved the file but didn't switch to the replay scene. That's interesting. Never had that one before. It's supposed to auto switch. I was just manually in, and then it caught up. It's so confusing. All right, here's the replay. Let's check it out. All right, there goes Ferrari, Mustang, and Ferrari's out of there. Mustang, it's almost the same time. Ooh. I am going to just do a restart of round 3. Finally, a good start and finish. Ferrari will be moving on. Mustang hits the center. Ferrari does fly out, but it was definitely a little bit after. So Ferrari, moving on here. Say goodbye to the Mustang. Two races remain. First up, it's Diora 2 gold from the uppers. Baby Ruth from the lowers. Baby Ruth looking strong. Diora 2 also a consistent car, though, so this should be a good match. Clean start here. Baby Ruth, unfortunately, gets caught up, hung up on the curb. And Dior 2 will win round 1. Woo. Okay, now this is a weird one. I was almost going to say false start for DR2 Gold, but then he made the red Charger. And then he... wait, was this their first crossover? Because that's also a rule. Hold on. No. Okay. Oh. That's close, because Baby Ruth also doesn't keep going. They fall off. So I'm actually going to just restart round 2. Too many factors there. Restart. And we've got a load of false starts here. Hopefully we can get one going. Finally, clean start, and that was really interesting. I think Diora 2 has done it, but what an interesting run there as Baby Ruth falls off and then rejoins the track. There they go. Clean start from both. A little sluggish for Diora 2, but he... yeah. That's just flip right in the center. Baby Ruth was moving last, and thus Diora, too, has won this round. We say goodbye, Baby Ruth. The final race of the night is upon us. From our upper bracket, we have 404. And from the lowers, Shinobi. Both have looked shaky. 404 here, though, is here to even out. If he wins the match, 4 out of the 8 races we just had, 4 will go to the upper bracket cars and 4 will go the lower bracket cards. It's currently 4-3. He has to be the winner. Shinobi can ruin that by making it 5-3. But let's get it underway. A classic false start from 404. Well, he finally gets a start. Let's see who won that one. It was a bit tough to call. Shinobi looked like he was slowing, but also 404 launched off the track at that point, so... Start. He's still going, Shinobi. Nope, those were evened out. He flew off at the same... If he had stayed on the track, he would have been good. 404. Unfortunately, does not win the round. We're restarting round 1. Another clean start, and this time 404 does do it. He gets round 1. I like how he hopped right off the track. That was nice. Shinobi is now 1 loss away from leaving the bracket. False start from 404 there. He did not make the red charger, so I'm going to call that as false. 3 false stars from 404 here. Shinobi has gotten 3 starts cleanly. 2 more chances for 404 to get a clean start, given that Shinobi gets both those starts. We've got 1 left. Round 2 goes to Shinobi with sort of a walk, I guess you would call it. 5 false starts in a row for 404, with Shinobi getting 5 clean starts at the same time. They will reverse order. Coming up. A false start from Shinobi in this case. Oh boy, this was a weird round 3 here. Let me just take a look. All right, so 404, clean start, but he wrecks there. Shinobi also wrecked. Same corner, he's just slow. So that's equal. Round 3 restart. Clean start for 404, and I believe this is round win. Start for both, I should say. Shinobi also got a clean start. I think Shinobi was stopped moving first in this case. Can see it again. Okay, here we go. Both get a clean start. Shinobi with a pretty slow one, but he does make red charger. And I think that's got to count as 404's win. He was still moving. It was wild, but he was still moving. And he had made it a decent portion further than Shinobi, rather than both crashing in the same corner or something like that. So 404 solidifies the 4-4. We started out with the 4 coming from the lowers, round 1, taking the victory. And then the second half, our second 4 races, the upper bracket car took the win. That's definitely surprising, and I mean, just a quality, good set of races there. All right. We're coming back to the bracket here, as we have filled out our lowers round 2. Lowers round 3 is now set. As you can see, the upper half, the first 2 matches in lowers round 3 are between 4 cars that have advanced from lowers round 1 up. The second half, though, the second 2 matches, starting with the Jaguar XK8, are all upper bracket cars that have come down. So it's basically the battle of the uppers and the lowers here, at least to start. And then we'll, of course, have lowers round 4. What a crazy sort of ending there with who is moving on and everything. So the big deal here is, I believe we have already solidified who's making main event with the races that happen tonight. I will have to go in and double check. I'm going to do that after this. Figure out what races need to still be done to figure that out. Now, we will continue this bracket, though, all the way to the finish, because that will determine seeding going into our main Swiss bracket. So the whole entire bracket will be played here. We will start, I believe, I guess we could do losers round 3. I think we might do winners round 2 next, just to kind of switch things up a little. Oh, take a look up there. Nope. Maybe. Let's take a look up there. We've got the 68 Corvette, Civic 99 Orange, Sylvia S15, Sheriff Z, Acura NSX, the Dodge Viper, Split Image Silver, and Crazy 8s. Now, out of that bunch, we've got Crazy 8, Split Image Silver, the Dodge Viper, Sheriff Z, Sylvia, and the Civic are all from our Event 1 last chance runners. The NSX and the Corvette being the only 2 who are new to the competition, still in the uppers. Surprisingly, well, I guess unsurprisingly in some ways. Yeah. The other uppers, the other 4 cars who automatically made it to the top here were unable to move further. Let's go to the lower half again. I just want to see who else is down there for. So what we got left? We got Torque Twister, he's new. Phonic Firebird Red, that's new. Dodge Neon Dragster new. Honda Civic SI new. Jaguar SK8 new. Ferrari 430 Spider new. We got Diora 2 Gold. There's the one veteran who is down there still. Coming through, and 404 is also new. We've got one veteran still hanging on to the lowers, but there is a considerable amount of them in the uppers. Only a few eliminated here tonight. So, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this first half of the wildcard bracket, determining who gets into our main Swiss event. It will be coming up in the following week. I hope you will join me for our next installment of the wildcard bracket, which will have probably some extra races that will involve who and who is not making it in to our main bracket. We'll also complete the entirety of the wild card to determine seeding into that bracket. And then, as said, our Swiss event will begin. If you want to see brackets, you want to see anything else, you want to follow us, you want to, I don't know, subscribe to our YouTube channel, whatever you want to do, you can go to that link right up in the top left corner there, Linktree, linktr.ee/scrlive, and get all the information you want, including racing rules. If you don't understand how it works, we're going to be updating those here after tonight with some of the new stuff that I came up with on the fly. And again, just want to thank you if you watch this. My Gosh, you're just the best. So, if you're looking for our next race, you can find more information about our schedule on both Twitch and our YouTube. Although we are no longer doing our live streaming on YouTube, we are exclusively streaming to Twitch right for the time being. So I would say you are better off looking at the live schedule over on Twitch. I'm going to call it there. Thank you once again. Good night.